All rise, please. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Alvarez.
Present.
Councilman Cypress. Here. Councilman Larka is absent. Councilman O'Connor.
Here.
Supervisor Hay.
Here. I make a motion to come out of executive session. No action was taken.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Notice of exits, front and the rear, and electronic device, please put it on vibrate. First item on this agenda of the evening is a public hearing for section 126-4, Veterans Real Property Tax Exemption.
Let's open a second.
Okay. I make a motion, to open the meeting, I'm sorry.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So it's section 126-4, Veterans Real Property Tax Exemption. Before I open the public hearing, I'll briefly describe what's taking place. It's been pointed out that at one point in time, the exemption for veterans was $120,000, and this is raising it to $180,000. And everyone who's registered, we get the exemption automatically, right, Laurie? Okay, so the veterans do not have to do anything, but you'll have a $60,000, if this passes, which I'm quite sure it will, on your exemption for 180 instead of the former 120. So I'll make a motion to open the public hearing and waive the reading of the public hearing notice.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is there anyone here this evening to speak to that? Seeing none, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Can I just ask one question, Tony?
Yes.
So, or if it's appropriate
Go
for
ahead.
Lori. So that just reduces the amount of the assessed value, is that how that works?
This was actually, this is a housekeeping item. This was, the intention was that the town adopted this $180,000 maximum a bunch of years ago. And it just came to my attention that either the resolution or the local law or both, or either didn't have the 180 in it and only had the 120 in it. So the town basically said, yes, the 180 passed, and that's what the veterans have been getting.
Has it been? Okay.
So there won't be any increase. This is just documenting what's currently in place. And yes, it comes off the taxable
So your
assessment.
house is 480, now it's 300.
Right, so nobody has to reapply or anything like that. Any veterans that's getting their exemption is gonna continue to get their exemption, and there'll be no change.
And they've been
This is
getting it
just-
this whole
This is
time?
housekeeping.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thanks for catching.
thank you. Okay, so there's a motion to close?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, work session, bike trail parking. Gentlemen, I have to tell you, it's a mess. We have a real problem up there. We might be the most severely affected, maybe, I won't say throughout the county, but we are getting inundated with people going to Tenelli Park. It is outrageous. One, the park is being improved, as you know. We hope it won't be finished this year, but it will be substantially completed this year. And the speeding is outrageous. Everyone on the road is complaining, terrorizing the park. We have porta-johns there for the public. They're trying to get into our town park, people on the bike trails. Now, I've gone up there probably in the past month or month and a half that we've been really putting a lot of effort into the park. I probably go up there maybe 3 times a week. And when I go, I count the Connecticut cars. Sometimes they represent 60% of the cars that are on the trail. So we're gonna come with a proposal at some point in time to how to identify them. We have to keep the beach area, which is the first parking lot on the right. We had spoken about this way back when, and now we have to do it. And right up by the park itself on the left-hand side is a fairly large area. And we have to reserve those areas for residents of the town of Southeast only. We provided additional parking. Initially, it was just down at the bottom of the bike trail itself, right on the bike trail. We had about 8 to 12 spaces. We put an additional 5 going up the hill. We put approximately another 12 by the railroad tracks. We made some room there for them. And now they're coming into our area, and we got the beach activity, we got the ball fields up there. People are using the town park big time, So we have to do something, and it won't be able to be accomplished this year, but we'll get it ready for next year. But it's really becoming a problem.
The pull-off or whatever by the railroad crossing,
Yes,
we cleaned that up?
we
you're
did,
saying?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I heard, and forgive me, I don't know if it was the state or county, but they were originally gonna put the parking lot there?
Yeah.
Could maybe we do both, or ask them to do both?
you
think there
could
was a
try,
problem
it's
with
not, it's too wet.
Location was too close to the wetlands.
It's too, there's no way.
So that's why they moved it to that little lower one?
Well, unfortunately, we suggested that because where they wanted to put it, and I just never knew it would be inundated the way it is. I mean, it's crazy.
So, what's the plan?
What's the plan? We're gonna come up with one, announce what we're gonna do, and I'll get back to you probably by September, what we plan to do for next year. In the meantime, we will try to put signs up saying, there are signs saying bike trail parking. And we may put them up, but there's no way to do it. I mean, we can't, our parking enforcement officers can't go up there and tell, if a town resident, so we have to have stickers or something made up for next year. We missed it this year, and doing the best we can. We'll come with a plan.
Could you at least, and I guess, Will, is it legal, like, if you made a town of Southeast parking only,
Residents.
right, and you see a Connecticut plate, is it fairly safe to ticket that vehicle?
Well, then you can't be prejudiced and ticket, you're targeting, so to speak. That could be something I wouldn't want to get involved with.
I think when I asked that same question, I think Tony said there were a number of people that apparently have Connecticut registrations who reside in the town of Southeast.
And I'm sure that's true, but then they could just come in with
Proof.
some proof of that and
Right.
get the ticket dismissed, right? I
We
mean,
have to make it
If
so,
60% of the cars are Connecticut, like Tony said, it would definitely help the problem.
and we just might do that. But you can't do it as targeting, and that's what it looked like. But we have ways of getting around it.
Admittedly, Tony, I don't, and I know you spoke about it in the past, I don't really like any kind of a permitting process.
Well,
for
we have,
town park,
we're gonna have to do something, otherwise nothing will work. We're gonna have to give them a tag, I'm not sure how we're gonna do it. We have, say, 6,000 parcels. Some people got 2 and 3 cars to a family. So it's not gonna be easy
At
to
the
do.
same time, like, what's the percentage of people that actually use the park?
Well, that's it. And then if you ticket someone that is a Southeast resident and whatever. So it's gonna be a little complicated. Let's work on a formula, and we'll come back and tell you what we're gonna do.
Okay, so you're not presenting us?
Nothing tonight, I just want to tell you, it's become a big issue, really big. And I can only see it getting worse, which is unfortunate. It's a great thing for everybody, and I hate to tell you, the people that are using it from out of state are not nice people. Because we've tried to ask them to do certain things, and they won't tell you what they say or do. You can't give them a ticket for that, unfortunately. Okay, I'll make a motion now to go into the regular meeting portion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, correspondence, waive the reading of the correspondence. Approval of the voucher list, $1,009,431.46. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Waive the reading of the budget transfers. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All meetings will be held at 1360 Route 22, Brewster, New York, at 7 p.m. unless otherwise noted. Thursday, July 14, 2022, and Thursday, July 28, 2022. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, number 5, resolution, Baker Farm subdivision, establishment of erosion and sediment bond control. Now therefore be resolved that the bond amount shall be established for the project set forth below. Baker Farm subdivision, bond amount, site improvements, $432,000, soil and erosion, $36,200. And be further resolved that the town clerk shall forward a certified copy of the foregoing resolution to the planning board secretary and the building inspector forthwith. So move for discussion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Number 6, resolution, IMA between Brewster Central School District Swim and Learn Program 2022. Now therefore be resolved that the town supervisor be and is hereby authorized to execute and deliver an intermunicipal agreement, IMA, to the Brewster Central School District in the name and on behalf of the town of Southeast, wherein and whereby the Brewster Central School District and the town, through its Recreation Department, would jointly operate and administer the Swim and Learn program for 2022 summer session, as more specifically set forth in the form of IMA, annexed hereto as Exhibit A. So move for discussion.
Second.
This program was, I believe, initiated just last year, was very, very successful. We're doing it again this year, and I think all parties involved have been very happy in the success of round 1 year, and this is round 2. And Michelle, if this passes tonight, can someone get this, because they have to have it, I think, by Monday, for the school. Can someone have, you can do that before tomorrow?
By Monday morning? It could be done by Monday morning.
Okay, I'll talk to you after the meeting. Okay. So attached here also is an Exhibit A, which is the actual agreement with the school. Any questions? I'll so move for comment.
I thought we did, but second.
Okay. Comment, none? All in favor?
Aye.
I thank the schools for their participation. It's been, again, working very well. Okay. Next is a motion to authorize the Highway Department to purchase a chipper body for the state contract for $11,500. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 8 is a motion to set a public hearing for Thursday, July 14, 2022, amend Chapter 138 Town Code zoning Article 10, special permits and conditional uses. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 9, motion, set public hearing for Thursday, July 14, 2022, Galley zoning petition. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And, I have number 8, it should be number 10, it's a supervisor's report. So just change the 8 to a 10. We have a good budget, and we have some bright news. I think you've heard many times over about how fast houses are selling here in the county and in the town of Southeast. Excuse me. Well, we got our first check from the county for our mortgage tax, and Ron almost fell off his chair, because I fell off my bed when I opened it up. It was almost 3 times what we budgeted for the year. And we do have another one coming. So I'm gonna have probably my easiest budget going. But the negative side is, with the inflation the way it's going, Mike Burdick, the highway superintendent, is kind of not cutting back on the repair and paving of roads, but it's the cost of the blacktop, not, being able to get certain equipments and everything. He's not gonna be able to get everything done. Like up at the park there, we have certain things. We're gonna be doing certain things, but we're not gonna do everything because of the cost. And hopefully by next year, around the same time, that prices have dropped substantially. The price of gas, the price of anything to do with oil products and everything, any kind of product, is really through the roof. Very difficult to get items. So the good news is we got mortgage tax was really, really good. We're still doing well with the courts. I will have to raise my estimates for next year, but you also have to be very cautious, because I'm going to tell you right now, I've been here now, 10 years, and I've never seen a number like this, ever.
I'd be cautious of counting on that continuing though.
It's not.
And past administrations
Sorry,
have,
that-
and that's why they ran into trouble. So leave the bookkeeper to me, but I'm telling you this, no one anticipated what we're seeing this year. It's really unprecedented, which is a good thing. Okay. Any comment? Okay. Public comment.
What was the amount?
1,400,000.
For the quarter?
No, half year. Yeah, but don't spend my money. Okay. Public comment?
Evening all, Scott Seaman, Brewster Board of Ed.
Want to come out in appreciation of the Learn to Swim program. You know, what started years ago as the tragic life of a young man in the community has blossomed into this great program, and we're hoping that it will continue. Relationship, we're always appreciative of what the town has done for us. Hopefully in the future this can expand and provide even more resources to our community. We do appreciate that. I also wanted to thank the town again for putting up the banners. You know, Mr. Cypress and Mr. Larka were very contingent on that, supporting our graduating seniors. And we just had our graduation last week, and we're back to WestCon, and it was a nice event. Good to see the kids out. And this week we've had all the year-end events, and a lot of people are out there doing a lot of good things, and it's good to see. And once again, we support you for all your efforts, and we thank you for what you've done. If there's anything you need from us, please let us know.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
The gentleman that just walked in, we're in the public comment of our meeting. Do you have anything you wish to address the board with?
No, I'm just here to listen.
Okay, it's almost over. Just state your name for the record and your address.
Good evening all, my name is Ryan Sindrich, I live at 4 Starley Road, I'm actually a North Salem resident. Is this the appropriate time to bring up a concern that wasn't addressed during the meeting?
Yes.
Okay, so 3 or 4 years ago, there were no through traffic signs posted on all 4 corners of Starley Road, and it doesn't seem that they're serving their intended purpose. I contacted the town of North Salem for information. I was directed to Putnam County. After I contacted the Putnam County Department of Highways and Facilities, I was directed to the town of Southeast. And I'm here tonight to hopefully gain some insight into who decided that the no through traffic signs should be posted, why the department or individual responsible decided the signs should be posted, and if there was any plan to enforce the regulations set forth by the signs.
Okay, you had emailed me earlier on.
Yes, sir.
I addressed it with the highway superintendent who wanted to be here this evening to answer that question. He said he's completed his research, but unfortunately he can't be here tonight, and we will forward you that information tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. And after you get it, if you have any questions, you can comment to him. There's different roads and there's different superintendents of highways where it could have taken place, but he has the detail for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other comment? Board? Edwin, something about fireworks?
I was
maybe?
just gonna say, I'm happy to report that we're gonna have the fireworks again this year after a 2-year hiatus. So fireworks will be held in the same place where they've been held before, at Independence Way. You know, everybody refers to it as Home Depot. It'll be July 3rd, Sunday, July 3rd. Music will start at 6 p.m. Fireworks will go off at 9:30. So roughly the event will be 4 hours from 6 to 10. And just no open flames and no alcohol. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there a rain date?
Rain date would be the following Sunday then, the July 10th.
Okay, not jinxing it, but
Yeah.
just in case.
It's just,
We're really hoping not to use that.
And as you're aware, the people who are up there using have cleaned up, moved everything back. And actually, they're gonna be leaving because they were gonna extend it for an additional 3 months, but they were gonna move everything back. And Mike said the program that they were working on is not gonna take going forward, so it would be completely empty, but
Other
you're,
than clean out the whole top?
yeah, you'll be, it's
That's fine.
already moved, you're ready to go,
Yeah.
but they'll be out of
I
there.
had talked to Mike maybe 2 weeks ago, and he told me, I promise you, by the time the fireworks are going off, the area will be clean, so.
Okay, he kept his
Thank
promise, and, they had moved it, but something's come up where they're not gonna, the ones who are using that area had something postponed or something, or they're gonna have to come back in 6 months or whatever, so we'll deal with it at that time. Okay, anyone else? Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion, we close tonight's meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all for coming.